Good morning, students of class 10. I, Jack Kumar, once again before you with new chapter and new topic. As you know, your fourth chapter is carbon and its compounds. And this is very important chapter, and this is one new chapter for you. Because in this chapter we will study separately about the carbon compounds which are known as organic compounds. Organic compounds are especially compounds of carbon. So in this unit, in this chapter, you will study about the carbon and its compounds. Okay, my dear students, first of all, I want to tell you about the element carbon. First of all, I want to introduce you with carbon. Carbon is an element and it is a non-metallic element. Carbon is a non-metallic element. Its atomic number is 6. Valence electron is 4 and valency is also 4. As carbon has 4 valency, that is why it is known as tetravalent element. Tetravalent element. Due to its 4 valency, it is known as tetravalency. Tetravalent element, carbon. So carbon is a tetravalent element. It means the valency of carbon is 4. Students, carbon shows the property of allotropy. Allotropy. Carbon shows the property of allotropy. Allotropy. Now let me say what is allotropy. What is this property? Allotropy. My dear students, in our nature, there are few elements which exist in more than one different forms. And those different forms are chemically identical but physically different. So the property of an element to exist in more than one different forms is known as allotropy. The property of an element to exist in more than one different forms is known as allotropy. And those different forms are said to be allotropes. Allotropes. Students, carbon is one of those elements which show the property of allotropy. It means in our nature, carbon exists in different forms. Let me explain here what are those different forms of carbon. So my dear students, you can see here, this is carbon which symbol is C. Carbon mainly in our nature exists in two forms known as crystalline form and amorphous form. Amorphous form. Amorphous form is also known as semi-crystalline form. So crystalline form and amorphous form, these are the two forms of carbon in our nature. Now further, if you consider about this crystalline form, crystalline carbon is also subdivided into three forms: diamond, graphite and fullerenes. Students, diamond, graphite, fullerenes, these are the crystalline carbon. In crystalline form, in our nature, carbon exists in the form of diamond, in the form of graphite and in the form of fullerenes. In amorphous form, carbon exists as charcoal, lamp black, coke, etc. Lamp black, coke, charcoal, sugar charcoal, wood charcoal, these all are amorphous carbon. These all are amorphous carbon. Students, this question must be with you. What is the difference between crystalline and amorphous form? What is meaning of crystalline form? What is meaning of amorphous form? So students, let me say here, crystalline form, it means in this form, particles are arranged orderly. In crystalline form, particles are arranged in orderly manner. That's why they have a definite geometry. If particles arrange themselves in a definite pattern, this creates a definite geometry. And that's why diamond has a definite geometry, graphite has a definite geometry, fullerenes have a definite geometry, because they are crystalline carbon. So hereby, crystalline form, it means the forms in which particles have been arranged in a definite pattern, have been arranged orderly, and that's why a definite pattern, a definite geometry they have. Amorphous carbon, in this form, particles are not arranged orderly. So amorphous carbon, for example, coke, charcoal, lamp black, in these particles are not arranged orderly. So hereby, amorphous and crystalline, it means you have to understand that crystalline form means particles arranged orderly, non-crystalline form, it means particles arranged not orderly. Right? In higher class, you will study about them separately, and there you will know more about them. But hereby, this thing you have to keep in your mind. So students, you can see here, carbon in our nature exists in so many forms. Diamond, graphite, fullerenes, charcoal, lamp black, coke, these all are carbon. But they have different forms. Different forms means they have different physical properties, but chemical properties are same. Chemical properties are similar. Chemical properties, they have identical. How can you say diamond and graphite both have identical chemical property? For these students, if you take equal amount of diamond and graphite separately, and if you heat them equally, you will get same product in same quantity, same product in same amount. This proves that chemically they are identical, physically they differ. So diamond and graphite, They are crystalline form of carbons and their chemical properties are identical but physical properties are different. So, allotrophs, what are allotrophs? Allotrophs are different forms of an element which are physically different but chemically identical. Right? So this is allotropy. So carbon shows allotropy. Now, students, carbon is regarded as a unique element. Carbon is regarded as a unique element. Why unique element? Because of its certain unique characteristics property. Carbon shows some of unique property that is not seen up to this extent in any other elements. Carbon is regarded as a unique element. Why unique element? Because of certain characteristics properties. Certain characteristics properties. Certain characteristics. Now let me say what are those certain characteristics property which make carbon a unique element. So students, first catenation property. Carbon shows catenation property. Catenation property, what is catenation property? What is catenation? Catenation means joining together and form a chain, a giant chain, a big chain. Carbon has ability to join with so many other carbon atoms and form a different chain, form a different chain of different lengths. So what is catenation? So the property of element to join together and form a big chain, form a giant chain. This is known as catenation property. So catenation means, students, self-linking property. Self-linking property. What does it mean? It means carbon has ability to join with so many other carbon atoms and form a giant chain, form a big chain of different lengths. This is known as catenation. Students, some other elements also show property of catenation, but not up to the extent of carbon. In carbon, this property exists in maximum extent. And what is the reason behind it? Why in this element catenation exists maximum? This is due to its small atomic size. A small atomic size. As you write electronic configuration of carbon, you can see there are only two cells, K and L. Two cells. It means the size of carbon atom is small. So a smaller atomic size of carbon atoms make it able to join easily with so many other carbon atoms and form a big chain, form a giant chain. So keep in mind, this is the catenation property. Students, under this property, carbon can make different chain, different chain of different lengths. For example, you can see here carbon can join with so many other carbon atoms like this. Like the under catenation property, carbon can join with so many other carbon atoms and form a chain. And now students, this chain, you can see here, this chain is open straight chain. Open straight chain. Open straight chain. This is open straight chain. Means carbon can form open chain, carbon can form closed chain, carbon can join to form a linear chain, carbon can join to form branched chain. So you can see number 2, carbon also can join in this way. Carbon also can join. Carbon also can join in this way. This way. Closed chain. You can see here. This is closed chain. Closed chain or ring chain. So you can see carbon can form open straight chain, carbon can form closed ring chain. Also students, number 3, carbon can join in this way also. Also in this way, student. Also in this way. You see here branched. This is branch. This carbon is also in branch. So carbon join linearly, carbon can join in branched way, carbon can join in ring form. Means carbon can form closed chain, carbon can form open chain. Open chain may be linear, may be branched. Right? So this is possible under catenation property for carbon. And this property makes carbon a unique element, a versatile element. Unique element or a versatile element. Right? Next questions, let me say another what is region. Number 2, you can see, number 2, after catenation property, formation of multiple bonds. Carbon can join with other carbon atom by single covalent bond, by double covalent bond, by triple covalent bond. And this is altogether known as multiple bond. For example, students, you can see here, this is single covalent bond, this you can see here, double bond between carbon and carbon atom, here single bond between carbon and carbon atom, and also carbon can join like this. This is triple bond. So students, this ability of carbon also makes it unique element. Right? So carbon can join with other carbon by a single covalent bond, can join with other carbon atom by double bond, can join by triple bond also. So this property also makes carbon a versatile element, a unique element. So keep in mind. Number next, students, Number next, isomerism. Isomerism. Carbon isomerism property shows. Isomerism. What are these property of carbon? Isomerism. Students, isomerism is a property in which compounds of carbon having same molecular formula but different structural formula. Compounds of carbon having same molecular formula but different structural formulas are known as isomers, and property is known as isomerism. It means, students, isomerism property is shown in compounds of carbon, not in carbon as an element. In compounds of carbon, isomerism. So what is isomerism? So isomerism, what is? Compounds of carbon having same molecular formula, but different structural formulas. Right? This is known as isomerism. Example, students, also you must keep in your mind this property means isomerism in carbon compounds start from 4 carbon, at least 4 carbon, and 4 carbon compounds of 4 carbon is known as butane. So students, from butane isomerism starts in carbon compounds. From butane means from 4 carbon isomerism starts. So students, for example, you can see this is compounds of carbon having 4 carbon and 10 hydrogen, and this is known as N-butane. What is the meaning of N here? This N stands for normal chain, normal straight chain. You can see here all the 4 carbons have been joined here linearly. So this is N-butane. Now see, carbon can also join like this here. You can see, student, you can see both have same molecular formula, C4H8 molecular formula. Here also molecular formula, you can see C4H10. C4H10. Both have same molecular formula C4H10, but they have different structures. In first structure, you are looking here, all the 4 carbons are in a straight chain. But in second structure, you are looking 3 carbons are in a straight chain and the 4th carbon is on branch at second carbon पर वो branch के रूप में attach. So this is N-butane and this is isobutane. Students, iso prefix is used in case of when from second carbon, when in the chain of carbon, if on second carbon is a branch, then that is named as iso. So this is normal butane and this is isobutane. Both have same molecular formula. So students, what is the relationship between these two? Relationship isomers. Very good. They both are isomers. Of which butane, means butane had two isomers, N-butane and isobutane. And students, this property, isomerism property, also makes carbon a versatile element and makes carbon a unique element. Right? So students, for today, that's all. Okay, and in next class again I will be before you with some new topic. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much.